Why is Lucid motor stock crashing? Oh baby, that's what we're going to speak about today, because been some pretty crazy price action. As I'm recording this, the market's been open for nearly 2 hours. Lucid is down about 8.23%. You see that Tesla also is down about 7%. If we look at Neo, they're doing a bit better, but still down 3.5%. It's been quite a poor day for EV as a whole, considering that indexes haven't been doing terribly as a whole. Let me get this up really quickly. Where are we? You will see that the Nasdaq is up 1% on the day. It was down a little bit at one stage. It's rebounding. It's a little bit all over the place after everything that happened yesterday with Jerome Powell and the Fed. But EV in particular is taking another absolute beating of a day. You can see that being one of the worst 1 hour red candles Lucid has seen in an awful long time, despite being in that little bit of a downtrend at the moment. Anyway, so there's a few reasons for this. One is just simply put, my friends, terrible day for EV. They happen sometimes. A lot of it's being led by Tesla. Tesla usually does lead the EV market, but we're going to have a look at some things Tesla had to say in their Q4, and I think a lot of it's being very much so over-exaggerated by bears. It is things that we completely and utterly already knew. It definitely should not have led to an EV market-wide sell-off today, but it's one thing we have to look at, and I definitely do think that it is contributing to this. Then I also want to speak about a couple of the good things, a few points that I've been reiterating on the channel for a while now, just saying why Lucid motor stock is a buy. Have to understand the risks. I actually did say I expected to come back down to the low 30s, if not even a little bit lower when we were up at the 40s. So here we are. That is happening. But of course, there isn't necessarily a floor here. We could still go down considerably lower. So don't be going all in yet, especially in this current market. I think I've made my stance clear. I think a lot of things in the growth industry, such as Lucid Motors, aren't in the absolute best position, but I think Lucid is one of the better ones, and we will take a look at some of the technicals as well. So before we get into all of that, we look at Lucid, we try and figure out what to do next. Is it time to buy, sell, hold, DCA? What do we do? And I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new around here. All that helps me out so much, my friends. Also, if you're interested in getting yourself some free stock, some free money, you can click the first link in the description, or it'll be in the pinned comment down below. Sign up to Moomoo, and you can get 5 free stocks of value up to $3,500 each. You get one for free just for signing up and opening the brokerage account. You get one if you deposit $1 or more. So $1 for 2 free stocks. You're guaranteed a $9 stock. Can be up to $3,500. And if you deposit $2,000 total, you get 3 more free stocks. So you can give it a go. You can see if you like the broker for $1, get 2 free stocks. If you don't like it, boom, you can sell. They have free level 2 data. They have 0% commissions in US stocks, etc. All of the juicy stuff. Their charts on there are fantastic. Lots of technicals. It's an awesome app. Check it out. So looking at Lucid on the day, first of all, you can see we opened up at about 33.88. We made lows very quickly so far of 29.5, and we've gone back up about $1. Now, a lot of people are going to be asking the obvious question, is this something to do with the Saudis? And yet again, no, I really don't think so. Volume is high today at 33.77 million, only 2 hours into market open. But if we look at Tesla, we can see, they're at 20 million as opposed to their 30 million within 2 hours as well. It just seems like a high volume day. So me personally don't think this has anything to do with the Saudis or anything of the sorts. But we should acknowledge that it could be, of course. I just don't think it is personally. I mean, why would it be? One thing I think needs to be said is this is from Tesla's Q4 update. The rate of growth will depend on our equipment capacity. Okay. I want to make sure you can see this. So the rate of growth will depend on our equipment capacity, operational efficiency, and the capacity and stability of the supply chain. Okay. Now this is going to go for every single EV company out there. We know there have been several supply chain issues, specifically when it comes to semiconductors over the last more than a year at this stage. Okay. In Tesla's view, their own factories have been running below capacity for several quarters as supply chain became the main limiting factor, which is likely to continue through 2022. Okay, so a lot of people are going to hear this on the earnings call. A lot of people are going to read this looking through this update, and that will definitely put some fear into the market, even though it's no new information. We're already all very, very aware of this. It is a very real concern. More than likely our single biggest concern, especially as we see the likes of Ford and GM, compete for this over the next year, maybe 2 years as well. So yeah, I do think this is contributing to the broader EV sell-off today. Tesla also had very good earnings, and look, they're down 7% on the day. They are flirting with this trend line right here. We could see them break it and move to the downside a little bit more. We're going to have to wait and see. Have Lucid done anything wrong? That's always a question that should be asked. And the simple answer is no. Lucid haven't done anything wrong. Nothing changed fundamentally about the business today as opposed to yesterday, or even when we were back up here at $47, or even when we were up here at $61, except for the better. From back here, fundamentals have changed for the better, to be completely fair. But no, Lucid have done nothing wrong today. It is just a sell-off. And again, it is happening market-wide in the EV world. Small caps, large caps, mid caps, all of them are being affected. So just do be aware of that. I'd like to point out as well, the Russell 2000 is underperforming in comparison to the S&P and the Nasdaq and the Dow. And usually on days that the Russell 2000 is underperforming, growth will. So Lucid is included there. Tesla is included there. Even though they're not in the Russell 2000, they still move a little bit more similarly with the Russell than they would the S&P or the Nasdaq. So I personally believe that is the single biggest reason that this Lucid sell-off is happening. I don't think it's anything to panic about. We've been saying on the channel since I got back to uploading, low 30s would be a good thing. That's why I know a lot of people were selling in the 40s and the 50s up here. I contemplated doing it. I ended up not pulling the trigger. It is what it is. I'm very long on Lucid. This article came out, okay, just yesterday. Yes, Lucid motor stock is a buy, and here's why. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but there's just a couple of points I'd like to point out, okay? Inflation risks, an undesirable shifting of gears in monetary policy, Omicron's impact on businesses and consumers alike. They've been bad factors for EV stocks, okay? Or actors, that probably should be factors, I'm not sure. But anyway, yes. And that's what so much discussion on YouTube and on this channel has been about, particularly over the last week or so, particularly yesterday with the Fed meeting. All of these things have been bad for EV stocks and in general for growth-related companies and for companies who may not have the absolute best balance sheets in the world, who don't have 20 years of growth behind them. They're the kind of companies who are suffering through this the most right now. So yeah, all of these things are affecting Lucid. In recent weeks, EVs of most every flavor have made bearish U-turns to give back most, if not all, of November's infrastructure-backed rally with a $7.5 billion in monies allocated to EV infrastructure. And again, that's what I'm just trying to point out right now. We see Tesla there. There is that November rally. And yeah, the sell-off has continued with Lucid as well. If I go onto a daily chart, we're going to see a somewhat similar story. Boom, November, and the sell-off. The same goes for the large majority of larger companies. If we have a look at NIO, they didn't have the same effect nearly, but they did get that November push, and they're back down. And now they're actually all the way back down to this gap that got created when JPM upped their price target. And yeah, that's why I actually am starting to believe with NIO in particular, we could see some potential upward movement at some stage, because I believe that JPM and a lot of other big money would have had short positions opened pretty much from here. They had to bring it back down here at the close. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some buys soon. We're going to have to wait and see though. That's all just speculation. That's guesswork. That's not looking at the fundamentals. One thing about Lucid, okay, in January, and while the tech-heavy large cap Nasdaq had plunged down nearly 11.5%, Tesla down 12%, Lucid was only down barely, not even 1%. You know, they had actually been outperforming to an extent in January, but now, yes, this is an absolutely terrible day for Lucid. What are some of the very short-term catalysts? What are some of the reasons Lucid has been going up in value and should continue to do so? There's good reason for the relative traction in Lucid stock. Since confirming its first flagship Air Dream Edition deliveries in late October, Lucid has continued to take what was once thought impossible prior to Tesla to the next level. And a lot of people are seeing Lucid as, you know, potentially the next big all-EV company, myself included, behind Tesla. Now, who's going to know what plays out by 2025 with the likes of GM and Ford? I think Lucid are ahead already. They grabbed Motor Trend's 2022 Car of the Year crown, okay, considering the Air Dream Edition's industry-leading driving range rating is already 520 miles, okay? It's absolutely huge. Fossil fuel diehards should be eating crow right about now. They're also forecast to produce 20,000 Lucid Air sedans this year, take in more than $2.2 billion in revenue, and launch 3 other models inside 2022. It's a huge year for Lucid, okay? Now, again, these are all things that are being said to us. We have to see how the rest of this year plays out, and that's why I've been saying for a long time on this channel. I mean, I just don't think I could live with the stress of trying to time Lucid. I don't think it would be good for me to try and time the tops and the bottoms every single time. It's a company I absolutely love and believe in, so for me, I'm just quite happy to, you know, hold my shares. I'm also risk-free in them, so happy days. Our cost base is in the $11 range, I believe, so yeah, we're pretty good. But anyway, my friends, I just wanted to bring out this little video on Lucid just to give you guys my thoughts in case people didn't see this from Tesla's earnings. I think that is partially what is causing this broader sell-off today. And so if you're looking at any of your EV stocks and thinking that that's probably all that's going on. But if you watch this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. That support means the world to me. Could I please ask you, hit that juicy like button, drop me that comment down below, and subscribe if you're new around here. And again, if you're somebody who likes free money, likes having some free stocks put into their account, click that first link in the description. It'll also be in the pinned comment. Sign up, open an account, you get a free stock, deposit $1, you get another one. If you keep using it, you can get 3 more free stocks valued up to $3,500. It is juicy. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you with another video very soon. Peace.